Good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, January 7th, and this is the pre-market review analysis. New to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and hit that thumbs up button to like the video. And you can also join the Discord community down below for live trading at 8:30 a.m. Central Time to 10 a.m. Central Time every morning. Anyways, let's get into economic data. Non-farm unemployment change, the actual number was 41,000, expected 49,000. We'll take a look and see how that impacts the market. You have ISM manufacturing and JOLTS jobs opening on at 9 o'clock. That should move the market. So make sure if you're in any kind of position that there could be some volatility around 9 o'clock. Let's get into the ES and the NASDAQ. Good little push on the upside yesterday. Got a little heavy up here at the 69.91, which is a weekly high. Set back on December 11th at 69.88. We're struggling there right now. So in order for us to continue to push higher, we're going to have to get above that 69.88 level in order to push into the all-time highs at 7,014. Hey, good morning, Anthony. How are you, bud? On the downside right now, I would say this high from the 5th and also December 5th, 69.63 would be a good level for pullback longs. If we lose that level, maybe we pull back into the 69.40 level, 69.40.75 level, which is December 30th low. I would suspect that you can get some good support down there. We are above the 20-day SMA. We are above the 50-day SMA. So that is bullish, meaning that if you get any kind of pullbacks in the market, you're looking to go long at that point. But on the upside here, we are getting closer to this midline regressional trend line. If we get to those all-time highs, 77,014, that was set October of 2025. So we are pushing higher here. I would anticipate if you do get above is 69.88 today, and you push into the 79.14. And if you did get above that, I would anticipate you're going to get a little heavy up here at 7,034.58. The downside here, it's important to hold the 69.63 level first, and then your next line of support is your 69.40.75. You had a nice, good volume yesterday. Actually, good volume over the last several days right now, so you can see it's a good structure that's being built on this, so we are approaching to get to these new highs here. I would say that this level right here, if you get above this 69.94 today, I think we could get a good push. You are getting some good push right now in the pre-market. Let's drop down to the 15. Take a look at the 15. You are struggling at yesterday's close a little bit, so I think you're going to have to reclaim yesterday's close, and then in order to push higher. So, but right now you're getting some good solid push and not a lot of pullback based on these numbers that are coming up. But let's take a look at the NASDAQ. I think the NASDAQ, pretty similar on the NASDAQ over the last several days. I think, you've been getting some good pushes. A bit more volatile than the ES. I think that you've had Apple that's been getting some downward pressure along with Microsoft, which is impacting the NASDAQ on a whole. So, however, we are above the 20-day SMA. We are above the 50-day SMA. And the 50-day SMA comes in at 25,668. I like that level. If we did lose this 25,750.75 level, I want to show you this, though, on this level right here. And the reason why I'm still leaving it red, however, by the end of the day, I could turn it into a green rectangle, and that would show support. So if you look out here, well, let me go to a better view here. 15 looks a little better. Let's go 90. So if we take a look here, let's clean this up a little more. You can see there was resistance here. We popped above it December 22nd. Tried to get above it, rejected. Finally got above it, and then supported itself on December 23rd. Tried to get higher, tried to go higher. There was, to me at that point, I think I may have even changed this to a green level. And then when we came back down here and then we tried to push higher and we lost it, I still left it as a red level and meaning red, meaning that there's going to be some sellers up there. And then sure enough, here on December 26th, tried to pop higher, and then a major seller came in here, so I left it as a red level. But now you can see, as of yesterday, tried to pop above it, hit the lower end of this regressional trend line, and then pulled back in the pre-morning, and then we got above it, and now it held yesterday afternoon, about 12:30. It held. Now pre-market, it's holding right now too. So if we can get a nice little push up here, and we can get above this 25,815, which is a weekly high from this October 20th, you can get some upward movement. I would then turn after the end of today. If we do stay above this, I'm going to turn this into a green rectangle, which tells me there's support if the market pulls back into it. If we could take a look at the moving averages right now, we are above the 50, we are above the 20. So just like the ES, that is a bullish signal right now. So if we did lose this 25,750.75, I wouldn't mind a pullback into the 50-day SMA. You could see what it did yesterday, supported it like a champ, and then moved higher. But today, I would say you don't want to go long until you can get above yesterday's high, which is pretty much sitting at 25,826.25. So if you can get a push above that and hold, I would say that the longs are in. I would suspect that you may get a little heavy at first with some pullback there, but we are above these moving averages right now. So it is trending up. It is choppy, but nonetheless, it is stair-stepping higher right now. So hopefully we can get some good follow through on that. Let's get over to Tesla right now. Tesla, I think, is getting a little, definitely a little downward pressure. Remember, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Hit that thumbs up button and like this video. So now Tesla, if you're looking at the moving averages, we are well below the 20-day moving average. We are below the 50-day moving average. Yesterday, the market opened up. We'll clean this up. The market opened up right away. There was zero hold. It blew right through that 50-day SMA at 445.24. There was no support there whatsoever. And then there was a major sell-off there. However, if we look further out, for all you Fibonacci people, I drew a Fibonacci line back in from April 22nd, which the low was for 227.34, all the way up to the high, which is 499.68. So those of you that are new to Fibonacci, Fibonacci are levels that, with Tesla especially, key levels that Tesla likes to pull back to is, let's clean this up here. Let's go to 15 minutes. It likes to, one of the key levels is pulling back to 76.4% of a move. So as I took the low from April and I measured it up to the high, pullback is 76.4% pullback on that move is 431.67. And so we dropped below it yesterday, but now look at what it's doing in pre-market right now. We came above it in pre-market, and it's holding that level right now. So that is a level right now you could pay attention to if Tesla pulls back to, and see if it still maintains itself. And then we could possibly move higher. But the levels that I'm looking for today on Tesla, if we push higher into this January high of last year, 439.74, if we could get through this level, this whole sell-off yesterday morning becomes a speed zone, and we quickly move up into the 50-day SMA at 445.24. I would imagine that if we did get that pop into Tesla, it's going to get a little heavy up there. But if we do plow through that, this big selling right now that happened yesterday is going to get chewed up, and it's going to be short covering everybody that thought that Tesla was going, down lower down to in the 400 levels. They're going to say to themselves they're wrong, and they're going to have to cover their shorts. So if you can look at the way Tesla's been performing, it's not uncommon for Tesla to retrace a downward day. So if we go further back, we can see how Tesla's been performing on some of these days. So you can look, right in here, down day on the 2nd, pop back up for it. And we had a down day yesterday, could pop back up and recoup that as well. You could go further out on Tesla and look at some of these down days. Here's another one back on December 17th. Tesla looked like it was going to fall, came back, recouped itself, and then recouped all of the selling that happened on this day about 3 or 4 days later. You can go further out and just look at these U-shaped, selling one day, recouping the next. Let's just keep going here, and you could find these U-shaped sell-offs all day long. Here's another one. A few days later, it rebounds. They're everywhere. You can find them here. So here, back in November 13th, sold off. Everybody thought Tesla was going down to zero. Boom, 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 pop back right back up. Another sell-off, and then on November 20th, that was a nasty day, November 20th, and then a few days later, recouped itself and got higher to where it started. So keep in mind on Tesla, that's what Tesla does to you. You've got a big sell-off, recoups itself. You had a big sell-off yesterday. I would not be surprised if we had if Tesla recouped itself from there. Now, that being said, on the downside, we do have to be prepared on the downside that if we do lose this level here, let me get rid of this line here. Come here. So if we do lose, I would say that 432 level, I would say that we're going to come down to that 428 level. If we lose that 428.30 level, I think 421 between 419.90, 419.99 and 421.88 level is definitely in the picture there. So it's important to see what Tesla does in the morning. Clearly downward pressure yesterday, but we'll see what happens. Maybe Tesla does another pop up before it fades. But as far as Tesla really taking off and getting back to those new highs, I'm not comfortable, with that really happening until we get right back up to this, back into this 470, 75 area. So for now, even though I'm bullish long term on Tesla, I think for now the play on Tesla is pop and fades, meaning if Tesla rallies up, you got to be looking to short it until we can regain these levels. And I don't think those levels get regained in one day. However, you never know with Tesla because Tesla can surprise you. So I think right here, this level is going to be a key level here at this 437.30 level. If we can regain that, I think we can push higher. And then if we can get above that if we hold that 430, we're gonna have to get above that 439.36 level in order to push up into this 445 level. So that's pretty much my view on Tesla today. However, you still have to respect this consistent downward pressure that's been happening for the last several days since we made the new highs, right? So we made new highs December 24th. And every day it's been a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And, we're looking for that support right now. So we thought we were getting that support here on December 26th. Tesla was moving higher, and then we lost that level right there. And now we are trading at that level right now. So there could still be more downside, but you never know. So let's take a look at the 5-minute opening range trade from yesterday. Remember, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and also hit that thumbs up button and like the video. And then also in the description down below, you can join the Discord community for live trading from 8:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. Central Time every day. So let's take a look at this. Beautiful structured downward trade yesterday for Tesla on the 5-minute opening range trade. So what we had there, it was a pretty large range on the 5-minute. And so when I get those large ranges on the 5-minute, it makes me a little weary on taking that break, because it's so extended, right? So you had a high of 448.25 and 439.46. So you pretty much had close to a $9 opening range. That's a big 5-minute opening range for Tesla. And but that being said, there was heavy volume. It's about 1 million more shares traded on that first 5 minutes than there was the previous day. So it told me that there was some pretty significant selling coming in, and that you just had to pick your spots to take your short. When it's falling out like a falling knife like this, very difficult to get into that trade right out of the box. So you have to be pretty experienced and pretty quick to understand how to trade that. However, let's get into it though. So when you did finally break that 439.46 level, what I mean by a nice structure, look at how it came down to our certain levels, which is 435.30. We bounced off it, and then we came back up to this, consider it a break and retest level, right to the 5-minute opening range level. And I took several shorts yesterday, and it was choppy a little bit, but I ended up making some decent money. But so So structured, you break. You don't necessarily have to take that trade on the first break. You can wait till it comes back up here, test it, and see how it's responding right up here. You drop to a lower time chart, take that trade, and then look at the beautiful structure all the way down. So you could have gotten yourself yesterday on the low side. So if it broke for 448.25, you could have gotten a good $20 out of that move. It's pretty impressive there. So if you hung on to it, maybe take some profits when you make your initial trade, and then keep some runners and see how that holds in. Today, we'll see how it holds up, though. I wouldn't be surprised with that bounce, like I was saying. But you got to see what it's good to have a bias going in, but make sure that you trade what the market's showing you when you see the price action when the market opens up. As far as my strike prices, I'm having the expiration date is always Friday, so this Friday's expiration is January 9th, and the call price that I'm going to have up there right now, I'm going to keep the 440 calls up there. You see they closed at 395 on the premium price, and I'm going to keep my I may change this to 425. Actually, that's what I'm going to do and see where that closed. So that's a little better. So I'm going to change my put price to 425, and so that gets my premium price in the $3 range. And for those of you that are new, I like to trade an option that's got a premium of at least $3 because they move in increments of 5 cents, 5 cents per trade. Versus if you're below $3, you can see down here, they move in pennies. And so what does that mean? That means that for every trade, if I buy a one lot and it's above $3, I can make $5. Versus if I bought a one lot and it's below $3 and I sold it, I only make $1. So you're making five times your opportunity to make your money there on that. So that's what I'm going to be using for today. They do change as the market moves during the day. And if you're in the trade room, you can hear me calling out saying I am going to be switching my certain strike prices for the puts or the calls as the market moves in one direction or the other. So anyways, getting back to it, please hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Hit that thumbs up button, like this video. Down in the description, come and join the Discord community for live trading from 8:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. Central Time every day, where in that trade room, we go over this 5-minute opening range trade. As it's happening live, I take trades, I call out what I'm doing, and I explain why I'm doing it, and I have my different levels of where I'm going to make that trade. I also go over some different advanced trades other than just this 5-minute opening range break. So come on in there. We're trying to build a community, and if I don't see you in there, I will see everybody tomorrow morning. Same time, same place. Have a great trading day, and I will talk to everybody later. Thanks.